Hello and welcome everybody back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a book review, as you might have seen by the title. And today's book review is going to be on the Ultimate Nerf Blaster Book. This is the first edition, and it comes with 6 exclusive N-Strike Elite darts, which are pretty much the same in terms of print as the Battle Camo darts that came out a little while ago. However, they actually technically are still exclusive to this book because if you look pretty closely at the heads, they're actually a slightly different color. They're a much, I guess, brighter orange. Sorry about that, my original mask was starting to fall off. But if we take a look at the cover here, on the cover you can very clearly see a Triad, a Nightfinder, a Rapid Strike, a Proton, and a Maverick. This actually does become slightly important later. Now, on the back of the book, you can very clearly see a Hailfire, pretty basic stuff. Over here on the back it says, "It's Nerf or Nothing. Countless Nerf blasters fill the pages of the Ultimate Nerf Blaster Book. From the handy Jolt EX1 model to the powerful Vulcan EBF-25 blaster, to long-range superstars of the N-Strike Elite lineup, discover the amazing evolution of foam power from the first microdarts to today's state-of-the-art megadarts. Learn how Nerf designers and engineers develop innovative new blasters. Explore the details of every essential Nerf blaster, including propulsion systems, ranges, and darts and disc types." All pretty standard stuff. This was licensed by Hasbro, and it was published by POW. On the back here it says, "To avoid injury, do not modify darts, not intended for children under 8 years of age. Caution, do not aim for eyes or face." All pretty standard stuff. Here we have the book again, Now we open up to the very first page, which this is unfortunately going to take a bit of finesse for me. Here we are at the first page, that's where your elite darts are contained. And this is the first page. Pretty simple stuff. Now, of course, here on this side of the book, on this page here, you have yourself your Nerf N-Strike Long Strike, your Vortex Pyragon, your, I can't remember, I think it was the, it'll come up later in the book. Here we have the Lumitron, the Fire Strike, and the Secret Strike. Sorry, this is super unprofessional. Anyways, table of contents here. Introduction, Foam Power. Chapter 1, Ammo Type. Chapter 2, Light Blasters. Chapter 3, Medium Blasters. Chapter 4, Heavy Blasters. Chapter 5, Accessories. Foam Timeline, and the Index. We're not going to be looking over the Index. We're just going to be looking over everything else. Now, of course, the introduction, it starts out with the Nerf ball, obviously. Then then on the next page, it starts talking about some of the first blasters to have ever been made, such as the Blastaball, the Sharpshooter, and even slightly later blasters such as the Perceptor down here. And, it goes on to start talking about blasters such as the Titan, the Vortex blasters, and then the Elite blasters. And it also goes over pretty briefly the nomenclature for the blasters. IX stands for internal mechanism, EX stands for external mechanism, and, so on and so forth. Now we move on to the ammo. As you can see here, there is the first microdart, the Elite Dart, the Tagger, the Tagger, the suction cup tip, the what's it called? The Glow Dart, the Whistler, the Mega Dart, and the Disc. At this point in time, since this is the first edition of the book, it came out in 2013, Rival doesn't exist yet.
So, it talks about the first projectiles, then it talks about evolution and variation, as you can see there. The original Mega Dart, the Micro Dart, the Clip System / Streamline Darts, the Sonic Micro / Whistler Dart, which I'm pretty sure all of us know and love. The XLR, or Extra Long Range Disc, which, at that point in time, it was true. The Elite Dart, the Mega Dart, which was brand new at that point, and here, it actually shows some of the concept art for the Centurion, and apparently the Centurion was originally supposed to be blue. Very cool indeed. Now we move on to the light blasters. Small in size, but large in stature. The Jolt, very simple stuff. And the original Jolt, funnily enough. Now, of course, here in the book, it also talks about the Secret Strike, the Triad, the Reflex, which it shows the Quick Blast and Tech Target versions for whatever reason, and the Scout IX3, which, for whatever reason, doesn't show the Unity Power version, or whatever it was part of. Anyways. The Night Finder, which also shows its Clear, Whiteout, and Sonic series versions. The Fire Strike, which, to be completely honest, the XD variant has a better trigger. And then here it shows the Maverick. The ubiquitous Maverick, as it is referred to by Captain Xavier. It shows its original, the Sonic, the Whiteout, the Gear Up, and the Clear series. However, there is one version of it that is omitted. The Elite Repaint variant. As you can very clearly see, it's white. Not unlike the Whiteout the Whiteout version. However, it doesn't have any of the same decals as the Whiteout variant. Now, it also shows the Strong Arm, which is in many ways the successor to the Maverick, especially given the fact that it has Slam Fire. And here we also have the Barricade, which it also shows its Sonic and Gear Up series variant. And one thing to note that is actually rather strange is that in showing the Stockade, it shows the Gray Trigger variant, which is very odd for a book that was published in the US. Now, if we turn the page here, we get into the Vortex blasters, the Proton, the Vigilon. Both pretty standard blasters. The Diatron, which is a very cool blaster in that it shoots 2 discs at once, basically like a shotgun style of thing. And then here we have the Strike Fire, the Sharp Shot, which it shows the blue trigger variant for this. It shows the Eliminator, the Speedload 6, the Speed Swarm, which it also shows its blue trigger variant, and the Snapfire 8. That's what it was called. And now here we get into the territory of medium blasters. Exactly why the Strife here is considered a medium blaster in addition to the Barricade for some reason, as well as the Firefly, Rev 8, and Deploy, I'm not entirely sure. I think it might just have to do with the size. Skipping over the admittedly much more interesting stuff, here we have the Recon, which it shows its Clear, Sonic, and Gear Up series variant. However, the one variant that is omitted from here is the Red Strike series variant. But if we skip over to the next page, you can see that tack rails, flexibility is key. That's what the top of the page here says, and as you can very clearly see, to some extent that's true. Here we have the Nerf Elite Retaliator, specifically the variant that has paint on both sides. Now, of course, we have the Spectre, the Firefly, the Barrel Break. Nothing too special here. And now here we get into the propulsion systems. Compressed air, direct plunger, reverse plunger, motorized reverse plunger, which honestly I'm still scratching my head as to what that is. Flywheel, torsion spring, and as you can very clearly see here, the Retaliator is direct plunger, the reverse plunger system within the Recon, the flywheel system within the Strife. Vortex blasters, they are powered by a torsion spring. Past that, we move on to the heavy blasters, which, as you can see here, apparently a heavy blaster is just big, I guess. The Nitron, the Stampede, the Raider, Proton? No, that's not it. I can't remember it. Rapid Strike, the Red Strike series of Longshot, by the way. The Centurion, the Vulcan, the Rivonix, the Swarm Fire, the Titan. Pretty basic stuff. The Raider shows its clear variant and its gear up variant. I'm pretty sure there was a Sonic variant at some point, but that's neither here nor there. The Longshot CS6, in original yellow, as well as showing its Red Strike series. However, a notable exception here is its original N-Strike Blue variant. Here with the long strike, it shows the Whiteout and Sonic variants. It also shows the Rampage here. There we go, the Unity power system with the Scout, the Hornet, and the Titan. All put together. Which I will link a video down below on the Unity power system done by Wacom. And here we have the Stampede. It also shows its Sonic variant. Oh, jeez. And then here we have the Vulcan. The sort of de facto shell for big, beefy, belt-fed blasters, because there really isn't any other blaster out there like it. It shows the Sonic series, the Red Strike series, and the Clear series. However, it doesn't show the Elite repaint, which was white and called the Havoc Fire. Now, as we can see here, we also get treated to the design aspect for what would eventually become the Vulcan. As you can see here, it started out very, very differently from what we know it as today. That right there is what it originally looked like in the development stages. Now, if we turn the page over to here, we also get the Hailfire, which is a very unique and interesting blaster. Perhaps I will do a retrospective on that in the future. And then here we get the Rapid Strike, which pretty much everybody knows. It's a very well-known blaster. And then we get the Mega Centurion, which is what most people think of when they think of the Mega series, as it was the first Mega Blaster. And then here we get the Nitron, with its included scope and 20-round mag, and we also get a little bit of capture the flag action here. And it actually tells you what you will need, the objective, as well as the rules for the game. Which, that's actually pretty novel. Pyragon, there we go. With its included 40-round drum mag, and is capable of slam fire. The Rivonix, as we discussed earlier, which apparently had a stocked variant. The Swarm Fire, which, as far as I can tell, did have a blue trigger variant, but as you can see, it isn't shown here. And then here we get into the accessories. The Quick Reload Clip, which, just an extra magazine. The Flip Clip, the old N-Strike variant. This was before the Modulus one. The Firefly Tech Clip, the dart drums, the ammo box, which the ammo box is actually pretty cool. The drums, also pretty cool. Bandolier kits for, Elite and N-Strike. The rear flip-up sight for the Recon. The pinpoint sight. The tactical scope from the Element. The center fire tech electronic scope from the Nitron, and the light beam unit, and the tactical light, the tactical vests, the Vortex disc clip, which, oh god, I really don't like that name. The Firefly Tech disc clip, still don't like that name. The 40-round drum, the Vortex ammo belt kit, the shoulder stocks that are available, the barrel extensions, the blast shield, as it's called, which I actually find to be a pretty cool name, not gonna lie. And then we get into the foam-powered timeline. As you can see here, it starts out with the Nerf ball and ends in 2013. Which it ends with the Blazing Bow, which I honestly did not know that the Blazing Bow was that old. And I'm not going to get into the index. Now let's see here. If we go over to... There we go. So as you can see here, very clearly says right there in print, first edition, 2013. If you want to go through and read anything in particular, you can go ahead and pause the video at any point for that. Now, let's talk about these darts again. As you can very clearly see with the packaging, it crimps the end of the dart, making them practically useless to some extent. However, to what extent that is, I will be testing. I will be showing you guys with a Maverick, as is shown in the book, and I will be showing you with the Elite 2.0 Volt that I have, just as a comparison. And then from there, I'll probably test it up against the Strong Arm, you know, just for the lels. But since I only have 6 of these darts to go through, I'm going to need to make my shots count. You know, as I mentioned and alluded to earlier, the Camo Series darts, or Battle Camo darts, are actually slightly different from the Battle Camo darts that are included with the book. And in fact, they are very different than the original Battle Camo darts that came out, which were gray. And as you can very clearly see here, they are no different in construction whatsoever to a genuine Elite dart, which this is. So here we are with the book. Open it up. You got a little bit of tape right here and on the other opposing side right about there. Cut those and then you'll be able to take your darts out. And I just dropped a dart. I'll pick that up in a bit. Anyways, as you can see here, oh, in the light they actually look kind of pink. Let's compare that real quick. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, they kind of look pink, which is really weird. In conclusion, the Ultimate Nerf Blaster Book is actually a pretty good buy. It's a pretty good time capsule for the 2013 era in which this came out, and it's honestly not too outdated by today's standards. Thank you for watching this book review. I hope to be doing some later on down the line. But anyways, that's all for now. Until then, farewell.